This paper showed the effect of training entrepreneurial competence on employability in higher education. It identifies teaching methods that are more effective in order to improve entrepreneurial competence. These are hackathon, team building, role-playing, and practical case with entrepreneurs at an Spanish university. In contrast to the methods shown in the previous literature, a mixed method is proposed. Firstly, a qualitative technique based on 3 focus groups with the participation of lecturers, students, and entrepreneurs are used. Additionally, a regression analysis seeks link between entrepreneurial intention and employability with entrepreneurial competence with 3,029 students. The findings show the direct effect on skill appreciated in companies using collaborative and practical activities focusing on competence perspective. This research will provide a new approach to training entrepreneurial competence that demonstrate the main role of open innovation, enhancing the main stakeholder motivation and improving their skills. Useful information is provided to design the academic syllabuses and improve the level of employability of university graduates. About findings, the most interesting conclusion has raised out of the qualitative analysis. However, the multivariate analysis provides positively insight into a positive effect on training entrepreneurial competence, on entrepreneurial intention and employability. It will be the focus that should be at the forefront of future research. Centering on quantitative analysis, this research work demonstrates the relationship between acquisition of entrepreneurial competence and entrepreneurial intention. However, the main contribution is shown as the training this kind of skill can contribute to the employability. The model of relation of dependency proposed in hypotheses are tested. In previous research work, the testing of the positive effect between competence and entrepreneurial intention is widely examined, but the introduction of employability is less common. Moreover, seeking the capacity of different training activities to influence both factors is the main contribution of this research work. Based on linear regression, we can measure significant difference in each of the 2 dimensions between an university student after their participation in the training activities. Creativity, risk aversion, and proactivity impact positively on entrepreneurial intention and employability as well. Looking at the detail of training activities with better effects on entrepreneurial intention and employability, it should be stated clearly that the practical case with an entrepreneur gets the best overall result, followed by the hackathon. The team building and role-playing is placed lowest in the ranking. These values agree with the comments and remarks made by the students in the focus groups. Nevertheless, there is a contribution of some training activities to additional extra competence. For example, the hackathon is the training activity that allows the participant to better develop creativity and risk-taking, is training more with the practical case with an entrepreneur. Meanwhile, the role-playing is shown as the best tool for improving empathy and negotiation skill, and team building is positively valued for acquiring communication skill. Moreover, there is a consensus regarding innovative and practical methods having positive effects on learning, on motivation, and on the predisposition of a student. The general perception among major education stakeholders is that competences are useful for facing the labor market better, and specifically entrepreneurial competence are more greatly appreciated by companies. So, they are not only a key for self-employment. Curiously, both lecturers and students stress they would like to participate in this kind of practice, but emphasize how hard it was to achieve, usually due to the lack of tools or as the result of the relative rigidity of education programs in higher education. As a result of this, university image is other positive outcomes got with this kind of initiative. To sum up, the most influential training activities on student skill have the following factors in common. First, They are based upon real problems or situations, and their solution imply relying on their capabilities and their ability to find real solutions instead of applying answers based on theoretical knowledge. Teamwork enriches the learning experience and encourages the development of the participant competence. 3. The participation of the entrepreneur in training activities is very appreciated and acts an incentive. Thus, this study delves deeper in a didactical level of training activities for training entrepreneurial competence, and this and the link with employability are the most original contribution in this research work. Finally, about practical implication, we will point out some of them. The result encourages universities to implement initiatives aimed to give entrepreneurial skills to graduates to make it easier for them to get into the job market. Some of these issues mentioned above could be a support to design educational programs in accordance with labor market requirements. Open innovation practices allow universities valuable training before making it a standard and compulsory practice in educational environments. The assumption behind this framework means that a global vision of entrepreneurship should be considered to design effective learning processes that allow university students to gain the knowledge and the skill to be successful if they create an enterprise or enter the labor market. Additionally, the university develops and reinforces their social commitment and works as increasing their stakeholders' engagement in strategic renewal processes. A participatory and open model involving lecturers, students, and entrepreneurs is needed to achieve the expected results. Thus, the university is firmly committed to increase the availability of training resources and tools over the coming year for this kind of proposal, with guarantee of the support necessary for the academic staff.